what's up? Doing all right?
Every one of you are here today because you believe in the integrity of education and its immense influence in our future. Something that Sanders, however, does not. We will not be silenced. We will not be talked over. We will not stand down. It is my hope and it is my demand that through this growing and powerful community, we are able to finally force our legislators to hear our voices. The voices which they have sworn to represent entirely, yet time and time again have overlooked and interrupted, as my classmates and I experienced on Monday. We have some great and exceptional voices that will be heard today. Speaking first, let's welcome someone who has been an incredible powerhouse in the sphere of public education advocacy and a great inspiration, such as myself, for students across Little Rock. Someone who has worked boldly with Central High's Young Leftists and supported us for a long time. Director of the Little Rock School Board of Education, Allie Nolan. Hello, my name is Allie Noland. I'm a member of the Little Rock School Board. I am an attorney in Little Rock. I am a public school graduate. And I am the proud parent of 2 LRSD students that I have. As many of you know, I was here a few days ago when a group of bright, independent, politically engaged Central High students tried to participate in the legislative process. They were rudely and disrespectfully shut down and silenced and not allowed to share how the Arkansas Learns Act will negatively impact their education and their future. I am so proud that those students refused to be silenced. Instead of going away quietly, they made their voices louder. They are here today to make sure that we register for history that students in Arkansas are not ready to give up on public schools. Families in Arkansas are not ready to give up on our fantastic public school educators. We are not here to talk about what has happened. We are here to talk about the future. The students that you will hear from today are our future, and I am so excited for that future. Fight for public education in Arkansas is not over. The next steps in this fight are going to require each and every one of you to dig deeper and stay involved. So the first thing that we need to talk about is the fact that so much of this bill was left undecided and has yet to be decided in the rulemaking process. There may not be TV cameras around for that process, but we need you to be around. We need you to come to those meetings and stay involved. The other thing we need to talk about is the fact that now is the time to double down your support for your local public schools. It is time to volunteer. It is time to run for school board. It is time to talk to your friends and neighbors and have those hard conversations about how pulling their kids out to use a voucher will harm the other children in their community. The last thing that we have to do is make sure that our future is protected at the voting booth, at the ballot. So I will tell you, I am now a one-issue voter, and that issue is public education. And I hope that each and every one of you will make that a top priority
for this bill without knowing what it would do and without listening to the people whose lives are at stake, let's vote them all out.
Thank you, Ali. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Up next, we have Tamara Tyler. She's the president of Senior High
Hello, my name is Tamara Tyler. I'm president of Black Student Union at LRCH. As a senior of Little Rock Central High School, it sickens me to watch our elected officials make such a crucial decision without the input of our teachers and students, people who will be most affected by this. Just the other day, our students were shrugged off when they were trying to voice their concerns about the LEARNS Act. The GOP in recent years has created a target problem, CRT, and they tried to solve it by pushing anti-intellectual agendas. The anti-CRT movement is a political weapon used to set us back 50 years to the Jim Crow era. First, it would start within the schools, but history tells us it won't end there. They won't stop until they set back every aspect of our society. School choice ideology is taking us back to separate but equal days. It continues to drive the anti-public education agenda today. They don't increase school choice. Vouchers won't work for people who need them the most. Anti-CRT is a new age red scare used to push out educators, organizers, and activists out of any system. Sarah Sanders claims to be protecting our children, but by defunding and dismantling public education, she is in fact doing the opposite.
All right, thank you so much. I want to welcome up Ron Kuda next.
My name is Rowan Kuda. I'm with the Young Leftists of Central High. I just want to thank everyone for being here. I am so glad that we were able to organize this event and all of these organizations were able to come. Now, as many of you probably know, me and 9 other of my associates and friends went to the Senate Education Committee on Monday to talk about the inadequate amendment that was being passed for the LEARNS bill. We spoke on it and we got silenced time and time again. I watched as every single one of my friends and associates was silenced. Now, something that escaped me in this moment that I did not mention to the senators is that they were working against their own voter bases. They are disenfranchising and further impoverishing the very rural communities that voted for them. Shut down, their communities will be destroyed, and yet they still elect them. This is by design. The only way these people keep getting elected is by selling hatred and bigotry to these communities. The cycle repeats itself over and over and over again. They only want to increase the division between the powerful and the powerless. And as these communities get more radical and radical, there is something that we are seeing approaching, a rising movement. It repeats itself again and again, and eventually it will culminate in what we call oppression and genocide. We are staring right now at the roots of a deeply authoritarian and violent movement, and it is staring back at us with a knife in its hand. Our choice as students and organizers and people of Arkansas to resist it, or bleed out on the ground and stab wounds. Organizing is hard. It's difficult. Struggling is hard. It's difficult. And I'm telling you right now, what limited experience I have, I know it's worth it. The only important thing is stopping genocide. Nothing more is more important than stopping genocide, because genocide will stop us all. Now look around you. Look at the people around you. That's what democracy looks like. That's what organizing looks like. That's what we're going to do to counteract the Lawrence Bill. We're going to build the movement that overturns these violent and bigoted policies.
Freedom to teach! Freedom of speech! Freedom of speech! Freedom of speech! Freedom to teach! Thank you so much. Please welcome up next Johan Gonzalez, a member of
I'm Johan Gonzalez, and I'm with the Young Leftists of Little Rock Central High School. The consequences of the LEARNS Act are massive, and so when we first heard of it, we knew we couldn't sit and watch. We're here today to fight against all the wretched goals of the LEARNS Act. The status quo, although not perfect, assured us public students we could access quality education without a cost. Now, this legislation will grant more money for private and charter schools, also meaning less money for public schools. Which will have a devastating impact on the education and therefore future of mostly already marginalized communities. We are currently witnessing our lawmakers put profits over our futures. Please do keep that in mind next time you're voting. Dear legislators, this isn't just an average business. This is not a restaurant which you open, people dislike it, you close it, and you move on. It's the future electorate on the line. When addressing teaching, we can't just let the market decide how students are educated. So quit trying to dismantle the public school system, because at the end of the day, this will only further segregate communities by class. Learn to listen. This bill does nothing to address the real problem behind our schools. What is that real problem? Is it that there isn't enough funding for charters and private schools? No! The real problem is that too many Arkansans are raising children in poverty. But of course, the problem in that the people in that building don't care about that. Because the charter and private school lobby pays well. If you continue to put profit over your constituents, we will fight back.
All right. Next up, let me bring up Alicia. This is the co-president of the South Asian Students Association. All right, give it up for her.
Hello everyone, my name is Alicia Wajeed and I'm a senior at Little Rock Central High School. I'm the co-president of South Asian Students Association alongside Anshul Bhagat. Today I will be speaking against the LEARNS Bill and talking about how unique public schools are for people of color. I went to a majority white middle school in rural Arkansas where there were only 3 or 4 other people who looked like me. As a result, I struggled a lot with my identity. However, after coming to Little Rock Central, I realized how important representation is. Seeing people who look like you and being able to connect with them helped me become a lot more confident and empowered me to express my identity and be myself completely. The ability to connect with different people from different backgrounds is eye-opening for so many students, and this is something that is usually only found in public schools. Most private schools are overwhelmingly white, and many people of color would most likely face a similar identity crisis if they were to attend such schools. provide a glimpse of the real world. Knowing that there are other people like you makes you feel seen, and that's crucial for students during the high school years. However, this bill is splitting up so many communities like my own, as it would greatly affect the quality of public education and make it much harder for us to get a good education, which is a basic necessity. The people who support this bill don't understand how greatly people of color will be hurt, and low-income families already have to worry about making ends meet and would not be able to pay for a public education. I believe this bill is directly taking away from marginalized people and keeping the rich in power for the long run. This action from the governing body of Arkansas will promote segregation and take away from the little opportunities that marginalized people have to speak up and take action in the legislative process to bring change in the future of Arkansas. It's important to remember that public schools provide a unique and necessary experience for people of color and should be protected. Thank you.
All right, next we have Tanaya Mays speaking. Of Central's NAACP chapter, and she will be reciting a poem.
My name is Tanaya, and I'm a part of the NAACP. This is a poem I wrote. It's called "They Never Thought They'd See Us Shine This Bright." They never thought they'd see us shine this bright. My blackness goes farther than just black and white. They used to see our color and not our might, trying to hide our history and mask our fight. They never thought they'd see us shine this bright. They tried to take my color out of sight, but here we are today blazing like a light. They can try to take my history, I won't forget my rights. We are not just rappers and singers, more than a mic, more than athletes, more than Friday nights. We are beautiful brown and black kings and queens. They never thought they'd see us shine this bright.
All right, thank you so much. That was really beautiful. Next, teacher, Little Rock Central High Spanish teacher, Marco.
Spanish class. No, I am a lifetime, my name is Marco Dorfsman. I'm a lifetime educator and a Spanish teacher at Central High School. What you've seen today, right now, you can tell right away, there's a whole variety of voices. These kids are not speaking with one voice. They're coming from all sorts of places and all sorts of angles. But they have one thing in common, a commitment and a love for public education. I grew up in Mexico, and Mexico had a lot of problems, corruption and authoritarianism. It was not a real democracy. And we looked at the United States as the real thing. That's what we wanted to be, the American experiment, the democracy, the path of history, a more perfect union. I learned of all of that when I was your age, when I was in high school. I looked at the U.S. as the right path of history. Yes, they made a mistake with slavery, but they were fixing it. I was watching and learning about the civil rights movement. That dates me. I was reading the autobiography of Malcolm X by Alex Haley. When I was in high school, I was part of that, and I looked at America and I said, that's it. That's what you want. That's what we want. When I emigrated and I came here and I became an American citizen and I've lived that, there have been times when I'm like, yes, this is it. This is what it's all about. And there have been times when you'll go like, whoa, 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 no. And we're at a time of no.
Yeah,
no.
that's right.
Right now. The purpose of public education is to create and help citizens become engaged, informed, thoughtful people who use their enthusiasm for good, not for themselves. And right now, people are taking us in the wrong direction. In 1957, Central High School was attacked by the state government. So much so that it was closed down. It feels like it's happening again. But these students know their responsibility. They know what it means to be a student from Little Rock Central High School. And they take that responsibility seriously. And as such, as thoughtful, engaged citizens, they went to talk to their government. They went to talk to their legislators and senators. They are trying to pass their concerns and their voice, and they don't even want to listen. They need to listen. You will be voting. If you haven't yet, very soon. You know what to do.
First of all, let's give a loud yell for these students out here. This is a I am so proud to be out here with you. It makes me feel 10 years younger. So they introduced a LEARNS Act bill that passed. But what's so amazing is they want us to accept this LEARNS Act, this LEARNS law, but they haven't learned anything. They want us to accept some things. They want us to learn some things. But what have they learned? They learned how to hate. They learned how to discriminate. They learned how to put us behind. So, you know, they use this word woke. Have y'all heard that? If you are progressive thinking, you're woke. If you fight for your rights, you are woke. If you fight against injustice, you are woke. But you know what? I'm glad I'm woke. If fight for public education makes me woke, won't wake me up. If fighting for teachers not to get fired unjustly, then wake me up. To fight for true history in our schools, then wake me up. To fight for my public money to go to public schools instead of private schools, then wake me up. To fight for the rights for our future students to go and participate in democracy at our house. If you call that woke, then wake me up. It comes a time that we need to make them wake up and quit sleeping. So I hope all of us are woke.
Lies NAACP chapter. You guys might have seen me in some places. Anyways, I'm glad we can gather out here in front of our Capitol as a student and teacher body to tear down and decimate this bigoted bill. It is now apparent that our politicians, especially Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders, do not truly care about Arkansas education or those involved. Now, Senator, I've heard your speeches about how you want to fight for a small government, but this bill is directly antithetical to that idea, as this bill is government overreach. Now, people, don't let the teacher salary raise, which, by the way, doesn't even provide enough funding for a proper salary increase, distract you from the fact that if Governor Sanders truly cared about teachers, she wouldn't threaten their livelihoods for connecting with their students and each other by teaching us the history of Black and queer people. Indoctrination in this bill allows a district to fire queer teachers on the spot who make an effort to keep their students updated with their lives or make an effort to explain who they are as a person, as states such as Florida, Alabama, Ohio, and even New York as recent as 2021 have. Defenders of this bill might argue that because it is a small clause that this protects the discussion of ideas that individuals may find unwelcoming, disagreeable, or offensive, this won't lead to crackdowns on discussions of race. But if history has taught us anything, this is exactly how this will be enforced. The language of this bill is left purposely vague enough that whoever enforces this bill, likely the Board of Education, will be able to decide who they want to punish. Anything labeled as indoctrination will be stifled. This would even include the beautiful Black history play that our theater program just showcased under the guise of critical race theory, which isn't even a class that's being taught in K-12 schools. Lastly, if Governor Sanders truly cared about teachers, she wouldn't take additional funds from public schools to give to private and charter schools who, by the way, are 64% Caucasian. It really does make me think, huh? To close this out, let me just say to our senators, especially you, Governor Sanders, that we want teachers and students to express themselves however they want within reason, and we do not want teachers to be fired for doing so, or even simply respecting the teachers and students who do. We want our teachers to teach us where each and every one of us come from in this country. We no longer want the whitewashed version of our history. We want